Hey YouTube, my name is Nick, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up some keybinds on your controller so that you can quickly clear your ticket cache for your original Xbox. And this uses a custom piece of software known as Dashloader Customizer. And this obviously requires that your console is at least soft modded at the minimum. And this guide will focus on soft modded units since hard modded units have these configuration files set elsewhere. So since I'm on UIX Lite, the first thing I need to do is I need to go to the Launcher tab. And I need to start UIX Toolbox in order to get an FTP client running and connected to my original Xbox. Once UIX Toolbox loads, you should see your IP address at the bottom. So before we continue on with this tutorial, we need to download a few files. The first thing we need is this Dashloader Customizer, which if you click it, it should allow you to save it somewhere. So I'm going to save it to my desktop. The next thing that you want to download is you want to download the Insignia Setup tool, and you want to download the default.xbe here. So if you left click it, it'll let you save it to your desktop. And the last thing you want to download is this file with all these numbers, which will go into our UDATA directory. I'll leave all of these files linked in the description, and you want to click this download button. And it should begin to zip all these files, and then it will ask you where you want to save it. So with everything downloaded, you should have, this would be a zip file, but I've already extracted this from the zip file. But you just want to take these folders, and here's where we're going to put them. So first you want to FTP into your Xbox, so you obviously want to take the IP address that's sitting on the bottom of your screen on your original Xbox in the UIX Toolbox menu, or if you're using a different custom dashboard, it will say it's somewhere there or within your settings. But in essence, you want to connect to your original Xbox using your favorite FTP client. And I'm using FileZilla for this video. So the first thing we want to do is you want to navigate to, it might say HDD0E or it might just say E. You just want to go to E first. Then you want to go to Applications. And what we want to do is we want to take our Dashloader Customizer and just click and drag it into that directory. But as you can see, I already have it here. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to right click, make a new folder on your desktop, call it Insignia Setup in all lowercase. And you want to take the default.xbe, which is the Insignia Setup Assistant, and you want to move it to this folder. Then you want to take this folder and drag it to your hard drive. And you only need to do this step if you do not have the Insignia Setup Assistant already on your original Xbox. Because I, for example, set up my original Xbox using a skeleton key that I had, so therefore I didn't need to FTP over the installer first thing. So I didn't have it there before, but I do have it now, and you can see it's right here. And going in here, we can see the default.xbe. So once that is done, we want to press these two dots to back out to this directory in the E. And we want to go to UDATA. And we just want to copy this folder to this directory here, which I will not do because I've already done it before. And this is it right here. So with all of that out of the way, you can close the FTP client and focus back on the original Xbox after all the files are done transferring. So if you're using UIX Lite, you will be booted back to the Xbox Live menu, assuming that you are signed in and already set up, or what have you. But what we want to do is, we want to go to our launcher. So I'm assuming, obviously, that you're using UIX Lite and not some other custom dashboard. But you're going to go to Launcher if you're on UIX Lite. And what we'll do is we're going to go to Applications. And the first thing you should see at the top is Dashloader Customizer. So you can press A to launch that. And what should come up on your screen is a picture of the original Xbox S controller. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to select the back button, which is the first option here. And we're going to go to the E drive. We're going to go to Applications. And we're going to head to Insignia Setup. And what we're going to do is we're going to select this default.xbe. And just so I can exemplify why we're doing this, I'm going to set the B button to Steel Battalion Line of Contact, which is the game that I mainly intended to make this guide for, but it obviously will work with any game on your original Xbox. And so now I'm going to explain why we're doing this. So basically, the way we have our controller configured right now, what happens is when you have a soft modded original Xbox and you want to reset your console without turning it off and on, and you want to do a soft reset, the in-game reset combination is LT, RT, black and back. And so when you hold that key combination, it will basically soft restart your Xbox and bring you back to the dashboard. Well, let's say I have Steel Battalion Line of Contact open. If I press LT, RT, black and back, and I keep holding the back button, what will happen is it will launch the Insignia Setup Assistant, and that will give me quick access to a button that will let me clear the cache. And if I were to then back out of the Setup Assistant and hold the B button, then it will launch me back into Steel Battalion line of contact. So before we get out of this, what we want to do is we want to save this configuration by pressing Start. And then it will ask if you would like to save your changes. Select Yes, and your Xbox should restart. So now I'm going to exemplify exactly what I kind of just explained. So I don't have my Steel Battalion controller connected to this Xbox right now, but let's imagine that everything is going great. It's the Friday night, event night, whether it's campaign or free mission, and we're all hanging out and everything is cool, but we're facing a lobby simulator problem where basically people are having trouble connecting to each other and we have some conflicts here and there, and now everybody needs to go and reset their cache. Well, if I press on my controller, LT, RT, black and back, and hold the back button, you will see that the Insignia Setup Assistant appears. So now I can easily select Clear Ticket Cache, and now my ticket cache is cleared. I can quit the Setup Assistant and hold the B button. And as you can see, we're back to line of contact. So that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.